Well, good morning, everyone. Once again, how are you? Hope you're having a great start to your day. We appreciate you guys coming on, and thank you. And we know in Canada that, I think just about every province has the long weekend going on here. But to our U.S. friends, good morning to you. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it big time. And let's see here if, there we go. Let me just see if I can see anything here. And I don't. Okay. And yeah, let's go. Okay. I see some names here. Maria, Mary, Wanda, Terry, Marilyn. Anybody else? I'm just looking down. Elaine, Milika, good morning to you. Sandy, I got my wife's phone here, so I'm looking. Hi, Kim. Patricia, good morning to you. And Gloria and Cheryl, West Virginia. So I am saying hello this morning. Hi, Lisa Marie. Carol. Where's Brahim? Wendy, how are you? Frida, good morning to you. Nice to have you on. Another Patricia. Deb, how are you? David, good morning from Ridgeway. There's Brahim. Joanne, how are you? Where's Mike from Norland? Marianne, Janice, Carol, good morning to you. Danny, nice to have you on with us this morning. Here, I'll put the thing up here so I'm not looking like I'm... Luella from West Tennessee, Anne, Mary, Frances Marie, Judy, good morning. I haven't done this in a long time, guys. Nellie, Olga, good morning to ya. Lorraine from British Columbia. We love you guys coming on. And Patricia's saying, 3 Patricias so far this morning. Catherine, Georgie, how are you, Georgie? Halifax, Nova Scotia. Mara, nice to have you on. Nativity is saying, me. How are you, Nativity? And Barbara, nice to have you. Rosa Linda. Oh, I got to scroll to the top. Okay, Linda. Janice, there you are. How are you? Nice to have you on this morning. We appreciate you guys. Arlene, good morning to you. And Sandy, Andrea, the Trinity, Sharon. Hi, Sharon from Kansas. Karen. Minnesing, Ontario. Where the heck is that, Karen? Kevin, my friend and the mayor, Lise, from Sudbury. Sue, Leela, good morning. Hey, guys, thanks for coming on. We appreciate you. I sort of knew you were on, but I couldn't see you. Lorraine, Claudette, Vince, good morning to you. Janine. So as long as this works, guys, Johan from Georgia. Hi. Sherry. Oh, I want to sing. Elaine, good morning. And Marianne, the air is bad. Yeah, I think there's a lot of smoke in the air, eh? Denise, Claudette, couple more here, guys, and we'll get going. Vashti from Windsor, good morning. Karen from Innisfil. Cheryl said she's happy you can see her. Hey, Fran, you were missed, Fran, and I don't mean to miss you. Thanks, Fran, for coming on. Hi, Meta, Teresa, Cecilia, and happy birthday. Who are you saying happy birthday to, Marianne? Denise, Lise, good morning to you. Good morning. Lorraine, is it Lorraine's birthday this morning? And Arlene is saying good morning. Shirley and Nina from Chatham. Hi, John. Our buddy from Elgin, Illinois, John. is on this morning. Okay, so if you got some comments and I can read them, I'll read them. But thanks, guys. Wasn't that fun to get back to our little roll call this morning? Okay, let's do some questions here. We'll finish up. Q&A Monday, okay, because we didn't get them all. Dr. Martin, this is from Deborah. Does berberine and bergamot, that's a citrus fruit, I think, from Italy, supplements raise HDL and lower well, they do indirectly. They do help control blood sugar to a certain extent. I like stuff better than that. Look, you go low carb, there's nothing that will lower your triglycerides like a low carb diet. Because carbs cause triglycerides to go high. Okay, so why not go right to the cause? I'm not against berberine. Hey, I've been talking about, I like better than berberine over the years. I've always liked alpha lipoic acid more than that. I've liked cinnamon. But any supplement that helps with blood sugar, okay. Like one of the best blood sugar controls, if you want to do it by, look, you can't out-supplement a bad diet. So let's get that straight first of all. If you're eating crappy carbs and sugars, all the supplements in the world not going to help you. Medication will help. Okay? Medication will help very temporarily and with an enormous amount of side effects. Like, I mean, if you take metformin, it works. The problem is side effects. The problem is you're not fixing the problem. It's just a Band-Aid. It works. It helps control your blood sugar. You're diabetic, you know. But if you don't fix your diet, I don't care what supplement you take. I don't care if you take Ozempic or Wegovy or Wegovy. I don't know. What do you call it? Guys, they're Band-Aids. And you can't out-supplement a bad diet, but I do like, look, I've used, like our cortisol formula is very, well, when you control cortisol, you can help control blood sugar as far as a supplement is concerned. Therefore, it helps with insulin resistance. It helps, but you can't undo the bad diet part of it. So you understand what I'm saying here. Okay? And guys, I'm consistent about that because I'm a food guy. I love supplements. You know that. But when it comes to blood sugar and changing triglycerides and HDL, well, look, I mean, high DHA is probably even better for that. But again, got to start with the diet. Okay. That was Deborah, and thank you, Deborah. Lucy, what to do for arthritis in the back? Well, look, if you have degeneration, arthritis is a degeneration of a joint. Now, in the spine, that can be very disabling, or a lot of people have degeneration in their spine. They have no pain at all, but they have degeneration. And I can tell you from injuring my spine, car accident, 1976, I believe, my neck. You wouldn't want to look at an x-ray of my neck. Okay? I don't like to x-ray it because, you know, it sort of discourages me. But here's what I've done all these years. I've tried to stay in shape because I think that's the best thing you can do is stay in shape and be strong. Because what happens, what compensates for your spine, I mean the joints in your spine, is muscle. Muscle is good for you in every way, but one of the best ways is people that have osteoporosis. You need strong muscles. They compensate, plus they anchor into the bone, and the bone gets stronger because of that anchoring. And if you're strong physically with muscle, it really takes a lot of pressure off the spine. Big time. And so you want strong legs for your spine. The neck, you want strong upper back muscles. They compensate. Make a big difference. Doesn't cure the arthritis. Now, in terms of anti-inflammatory, I like curcumin. I like low sugar. Sugar is very inflammatory in the diet. I like a lot of protein and fat, eggs, meat, and cheese. Best things you can do for bones and that, and vitamin D, of course. Okay. High DHA, very anti-inflammatory. Thanks, Lucy. Martin. Now, is that Martin asking Dr. Martin, or is it saying, hey, you, Martin? The question. Okay. Douglas is saying, I need to get strong. Yeah. Okay. Martin is asking, my girlfriend. Okay. Martin is his name. Well, I like your name, Martin. My girlfriend recently went to Mexico and contracted a parasite. No fun. She was on an antibiotic when she got home. How do you make sure it's gone? That's a very good question, Martin. Broad spectrum probiotics, especially L-reuteri and L-rhamnosus, they'll do the trick. I would do the hammer, 6 probiotics a day for a month. Oil of oregano, big time every day. Take it in the digestive enzyme, which really helps too to kill the parasite. But I would be taking oil of oregano, couple of drops on in water or whatever. Take oil of oregano or put it on your toothbrush and brush your teeth, and it'll go right into your bloodstream. Oil of oregano, broad spectrum probiotics, one of the best things you can do for parasites, big time. And don't feed the bears, because parasites, just like candida and just like fungus and all that, they love sugar. Don't feed it. Parasites love junk. That's why they don't like eggs, meat, and cheese. Okay, so that's a good thing to do, Martin. Thank you for the question. Joanne, I've been following the EMC for 5 years. Well, you're a very smart girl, Joanne, and I'm 68. You're a puppy. I don't wear glasses. Very good. Other than cheaters for reading. Yeah, I couldn't. Guys, you see these glasses? I couldn't read without them. Now, I can see far off very well, but to read, I've got to have my glasses on, okay? And it happened at 50 years old. Never wore glasses, never needed to, whatever. But I've had my eyes tested. I get them tested every year. And they really, the optometrists really like what they see with me. Okay, they like it, and I'm very thankful about that. But I try and protect my eyes. I'm very big on the combination. I've been preaching this for years here, of Navitol, because it elevates nitric oxide. Eyes are all about circulation. That's why diabetics, that's why even aging, it's a blood supply issue. Your lens and everything, it's a blood supply issue. Cataracts, it's a blood supply issue. Okay? And glycation, sugar causes glycation. That's why people get cataracts. Now, what is Joanne saying? I was told I have early signs of a cataract in one eye. Well, you know what? It's early, and you're doing so far, Joanne, exactly what I would have you to do. Make sure you're on the high DHA and Navitol. Guys, I'm telling you, there's nothing better for your eyes as far as a supplement than that. I combined the two. And I'm telling you, the results I got in practice were incredible with eyes. Okay? And I mean it. You want healthy fat and lubrication, because that's what high DHA does. Healthy fat. Your eyeballs are made of fat. DHA. Your brain, fat. Fat head, take it as a compliment. Your eyes, fatty eyes. It's when you lose that fat, that's when the eyes, and it's circulation. So Nabitol elevates nitric oxide, opens up the blood vessels in the back of the eye. You get better blood supply. It's an antioxidant. It protects. Antioxidant. It protects at the cellular level and the blood vessel level. It's a protector of that, okay? Very powerful. 50 times more powerful than vitamin C is pine bark extract. Do I like vitamin C? Yeah, but I like coffee better. And I like pine bark better. And I've been working with pine bark for 40 years. And high DHA. Okay? So you're doing the right thing. Okay, so that cataract, yeah, it's far away though. Okay? They can see it. Little wee touch. But that's all right. Keep it at bay. Okay? Keep it at bay, and that's what you do. Thank you so much for the question, Joanne. Anna, what about the connection of pancreatitis and pancreatic cancer? Does pancreatitis lead to cancer? Well, it certainly can. Listen, this is me, okay? This is me. Pancreatic cancer in the 1970s, when I was a student, and then even after I graduated, it was so rare. I mean, and deadly, okay? Rare and deadly. They didn't know what to do with pancreatic cancer. And when you got it, you were done like dinner. Okay? Now, the reason, I mean, guys, I'm a why guy. Okay? I'm a why. If pancreatic cancer and pancreatitis, which is something, again, in the 70s, I'm not saying it was unheard of. It was just rare. Why do we see so much of it today? Why is it 100-fold more existent than it used to be? Why? Well, we changed our diet. We went from consuming 25 pounds of sugar a year to a dump truck load, almost 200 pounds. We changed the sugar to high fructose corn syrup, deadly for pancreatic cancer and deadly for pancreatitis. You know, it's, you know me, okay? I've said this about the gallbladder. Use it or lose it. People go low fat. They're not using their gallbladder. They lose it. You form stones because of bile, okay? Pancreatitis, use it too much, you'll lose it. It wasn't meant to have a full-time job 24/7. People today are consuming so much sugar, and then, okay, we changed the sugar and we changed the flour. Flour today, like wheat. Dr. Martin, I'm having whole wheat pasta. I don't care. It's going to be sugar in 5 seconds. Don't fool yourself. And that makes your pancreas go crazy because it has to secrete insulin. And insulin, over a period of time, you're using it too much. You get a condition called insulin resistance. Your cells at the cellular level, they hate the very presence of insulin, but it doesn't matter. Because insulin said, well, if you insist on eating carbs, you insist on eating crappy carbs and lots of sugars, I got a job to do. I don't care if you don't like me. I can't allow sugar to park in the bloodstream. It's a no parking zone. Therefore, if you insist on eating it and there's a lot of sugar in your bloodstream, I'm moving you. Insulin is a storage hormone. It's a parking cop. Can't park in the blood? Come with me. Blows the whistle. Out. Come with me to the Costco parking lot. You can park in there. That's what happens. And you know, when we were talking earlier about supplements for blood sugar, will that help with your triglycerides? Well, nothing like when you lower it. Because listen, when the Costco parking lot gets full, your liver, insulin, it's one of its favorite parking spots, especially in people that don't have a lot of muscle. It has to park the sugar. It parks it in the liver. The liver, the Costco parking lot gets full. And guess what happens? Your body tries to get rid of some of that glycogen in the form of triglycerides. Dangerous fat balls. It's food. It's insulin. So pancreatitis, for sure, makes you more susceptible to pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer is up over, in 50 years, like about 300%, guys. Why? And medicine, they're not interested in the answer. They don't care about why. They want to treat it. And they're no good at treating it. Oncologists, guys, have blinders on. You put blinders on a horse. Well, oncologists today, they don't want to know why. Why? Why do we see so much pancreatic cancer? They're just in the treatment business. I hate to be negative, but cancer early detection, you want to prevent pancreatic cancer. Well, don't overuse it. Don't overuse it. Okay, thank you, Anna. Anonymous. Don't want to put your name out there. Okay, that's all right. We don't care. As long as the questions pertain to what I talk about. Okay. I heard that taking DIM from a comment in a group is not advisable with no estrogen. What are your thoughts? Well, I don't know who said that, but they're not right. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because they're mistaken. There's two contributors to estrogen in your body. You're a woman. You're in menopause. Your estrogen's going down. Hello? Yeah. Okay. And you take a blood test. And your estrogen's gone down. And you think, well, I better replace it. Nah, be careful. Be careful what you wish for. Okay? It's going down. Nature, naturally. Right? In a man over 50, estrogen is going up. Shouldn't be. If they keep their testosterone high, a man, but when you got fat and you live in this world, we live in an estrogen-dominated world. Okay, so now back to the question, okay? So why is DIM important for everyone? Why is DIM? You want to dim out estrogen. Because DIM, what it does, it doesn't block your internal estrogen. It blocks the xeno or external estrogens. I used to measure that. And xenoestrogen, you have to know the difference. Your body doesn't know the difference, but there is a difference. Because xenoestrogens, we're surrounded by it. Every chemical, every plastic, every air freshener, everything in your kitchen just about, everything in your bathroom just about. You can't get away from xenoestrogens. They're everywhere. They're in the environment. They're in the soil. all these herbicides and pesticides, and just try and get away from it. Good luck. That's why I love DIM. Okay? And that's why I love flax seeds, because flax seeds block extra estrogen. They don't block all your estrogen. They just block extra estrogen. And remember, that extra estrogen is a growth hormone. It will put cancer on steroids. For a man, the prostate. For women, breast, ovarian, uterine, cervical cancers. They grow with estrogen. And then you combine it with insulin and you got a perfect storm for cancer. That's why you should be taking DIM. Okay? We have it in our menopause formula. Why do we do that? It blocks extra estrogen. And it elevates progesterone. Progesterone's very important. In women, it balances extra estrogen too. Okay, that's why I like elevating progesterone. Cortisol helps with that. How does it help? Because when you're stressed, you rob progesterone to make cortisol. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, anonymous, I like the question because it got me on a little diatribe this morning about the importance of blocking extra estrogen. We live in a crazy estrogen world. Crazy. So I get it. Women, I'm low in estrogen. Why is Dr. Martin trying to knock out my estrogen? I'm not. I'm trying to elevate your progesterone to balance you out. It's a balance. You'll feel good when you're balanced. And men over 50 have a lot more estrogen than their wives usually. Because their testosterone is sank like the Titanic. You need testosterone, men. And ladies, because people ask me this all the time. I get asked about, oh, Dr. Martin, here's a woman. Dr. Martin, my doctor said my testosterone's too low. Good. What do you want testosterone for? You make a little eeny beensy teensy weensy testosterone. You don't want testosterone. Men want testosterone. I know you get into the weeds and the doctors are, testosterone's low in a woman. Good. You want to be balanced, and estrogen, progesterone is the key. Okay, I just got excited why did I get excited? Okay. Well, there's Gail, okay? There you go. I'm confused. I thought, did I answer this the other day? Maybe I didn't. Gail's 75. You're still a puppy, Gail. Okay? Tested for hormones. Oh, no. Okay, due to horrible symptoms. Well, that's different. Okay. I've been having for over 30. I found out I have virtually no estrogen. Well, of course you got no estrogen at 75. You got, not testing-wise, that's normal. Optimal range, nah, it ain't. Progesterone's at 30, optimal range. Yeah, your progesterone's way too low. Get progesterone. You do a bioidentical or get on the menopausal to elevate that. Okay? So I put on bioidentical hormones and going at a very slow pace to balance this out. Yeah, but I don't like estrogen. If you're taking it, well, I'm not in favor of that, Gail. Now, you and your doctor, you decide that. I'm just giving information. No, you're not my patient. So I'm giving generalities here, okay? I don't like estrogen. Nobody can convince me after all the years of doing bioidentical hormones. I'm not convinced on giving estrogen. I never liked it. I got great results on balancing progesterone, getting that progesterone level up. But you're on progesterone, giving you. It scared me and confused me because I have virtually no estrogen. Yes, you do. Gail. You got lots of extra estrogen around you. I promise you that. It's not in your blood, but it's all over your body. It's in your tissue. Because you live on planet Earth. There's a blood test you can do to find out if you got too much estrogen. There is? Yeah. Prick your finger. If it comes out red, you got a lot of estrogen around you. I guarantee it. You got a lot of xenoestrogens, Gail. 100%. That's why I don't like estrogen. I love estrogen. It makes you a woman. I love estrogen. But I don't like too much estrogen versus progesterone. Okay? And that's the way I treated people. Anywho, don't be confused, Gail. Laura, I understand that we want our stomachs to be acidic. More than a lion's. Well, you know what, Laura? You're a smart girl. You listen, Linda Laura. Okay? Could you explain what kind of water we should be drinking? Yeah. How about spring water? That's the best water. Okay? I purchased RO reverse alkalinity is above 7 and even 9. Look. Okay. I'm going to give you the overarching. You want to buy alkaline water? Go for it. Does it change your pH inside your body? Not an iota. Okay? Will it change your stomach pH? No. Okay? So you want to buy alkaline water? Go for it. I don't care. I don't. But if you want the truth, spring water is the best because it has minerals in it. It's, somebody said, well, Dr. Martin, you need structured water. Well, you don't need to pay $1 gazillion for structured water. If you drink spring water, that's structured water. I like it. Water's good. All water is good. Spring water is the best because it's got natural minerals content in it. You got a well and you're drinking well water, have it tested. But I love spring water. It's naturally alkaline, okay? But your stomach, you want your stomach to be extremely acidic, right? You know that, Laura, okay? So drinking water is not going to change that. But if you eat sugar, it will. It'll become more alkaline because your body was made to eat meat. And you want your stomach to be extremely acidic so that you can break down your protein. That's why God gave you an acidic stomach. Okay. That was Laura. Cheryl, does EMC, eggs, meat, and cheese, affect the pancreas in an unhealthy way? Of course not. It's your pancreas is giving you a high five. Your pancreas goes to Hawaii on a holiday when you're on the reset. Eggs, meat, and cheese. Why? Because you don't need to secrete a lot of insulin. Now, your pancreas is still working because it's releasing pancreatic enzymes. But EMC is only good for your pancreas. Your body was designed to eat eggs, meat, and cheese. And your pancreas, when you're not secreting too much insulin all day long, it's thanking you. Take any piece of meat and take any piece of bread. Okay? Take any piece of meat and take any piece of bread. Put them up against each other. Which one's better for you? Meat. Why? Well, you're not using a lot of insulin. Now, you're using pancreatic enzymes, but you're not using a lot of insulin. And the key to metabolic syndrome, which 93% of the population have trouble with, 93%, They lead to all chronic diseases, including cancer and cardiovascular and Alzheimer's and diabetes and autoimmune. I'm telling you. So, what's good for your pancreas? EMC. What's bad for your pancreas? Crappy carbs and sugars and crappy oils. Okay, I think I can't remember if I did this or not. I'm on a very low carb diet, smart. This is Debbie. And I'm on your B12, vitamin D, probably your digestive. Is there any stuff? Oh no, I did that the other day, Debbie. Yeah, you're on the right track. I love it. I don't know if you're taking DHA, but you should. I love DHA. I want to protect my brain, so that's what I do. Okay, I think I got to all the questions. I really think I did, but I might, if I missed it, would you guys let me know? Okay, and wasn't it fun that I wasn't looking at all the comments through the program because I'd have to put, I guess I could put this, if I get another holder, I can do it right beside. I think that's what I'll do. Then I can look at your comments. Guys, wasn't it fun? I was able to say hello today. Did a little bit of a roll call, and if I missed you, I didn't mean to. Okay? Love you. Talk to you soon.